Already seriously challenge the SCRS stealth, no suppressors, extra cameras, and reinforced doors. And with no suppressors, that's just effectively bloodless, but then aside from that, there's extra cameras, which means that, well, it's gonna make getting a disguise much more difficult, but once we actually get into the control room, that's gonna make things so much simpler from there on out. Spend a bit less time trying to go for, well, actually, whatever that was, and walking towards the wall, but so far it's working and we're not gonna question it. Because we really shouldn't. And I mean, it's a vaguely viable disguise strategy. Almost vaguely viable disguise strategy. So we're gonna grab a disguise, it's gonna go just fine, and then there's gonna be reinforced doors, which really doesn't matter at all. So there's not even a camera yet. You know what? Let's not question it. So we're just gonna go. That's just stellar. Right then, in that case, if you could just walk towards me. I've got no idea why I'm even luring that guard, since I don't have to actually bypass a gun. Because it's, well, no suppressors, and all of the guns are effectively the same, but you know what? Sure, let's not question it then, shall we? So once you just go through here, presumably we're gonna bring you all the way over here, which, you know, turn around and notice this. Hopefully you're not stuck on a chair over there, which... Stellar, right then. In that case... Oh, that's just even better. Right then. If you could just find someone somewhere, hopefully walking by, that would be quite nice. Or just... never mind. You know what, we can take this opportunity. Hopefully no other guards show up. That would be quite bad, and then we're just gonna back this up and then afterwards move along, which, hopefully, will go just fine. And if you're gonna walk over there, that works out just fine as well, so hopefully, I can back this up before that guard starts moving again, which I can, and that's basically that. So, now that there's one more guard left, hopefully, you can go somewhere nice whilst I lure, well, someone somewhere. Or more precisely, just, well, the security over there, since that is still a relatively... So hopefully that camera doesn't notice anything, because that would be quite bad. And hopefully Cyber gets that bagged up relatively soon, because I am most definitely trying to lure someone over here, which... Just saying, you could go through here right now. That would be quite nice. And if you could get off the radio relatively fast, that would be extra nice. So, please do get off the radio. That is fantastic. Now let's make sure we're getting you out of view of literally everything, as we... much appreciated. So we're gonna grab a disguise. We're not gonna need this gun, even though You know what? It's fine. The guard's not here anymore. There's not that much of a reason not to, unless something really unusual happens. So we're just gonna drop the gun over there. And we're gonna unnecessarily bring a gun with us. For really no particular reason other than, well, I mean, it looks nice, I guess, and that's really it. So that's what we're gonna work with, and that's gonna go just fine. So right now, what we're gonna try and do is find a security room, which hopefully will be in here. And unfortunately, it's not in there, but it's alright, we could always run through here. Hi there, Hemlock, that was a missed opportunity, except for the fact that there's a camera over there. So, you know, if that were the security room, that might have been decently good, I suppose, but... Well, Hemlock still would have left. So if you could just not do that to me right now, you know what, we're taking a detour since I'm not going through that guard over there. And instead we're just gonna go through here, actually close that door over there, before going in here and checking over here, which would be quite an unusual spot, but it's a tech room, so I suppose that works out just well. And we're looking for the red wire, so I suppose now we can even just bring a nice gun with us that we really do not need to. So now that we're done with that, we could just visit this room, say hi to everyone, please go somewhere nice. Well, I mean, that works out. So if you could just walk towards me right now, that would be extra nice. Just a bit further, as we knock you out over here. Bring you over here to be knocked out, and then bring you, once again, slightly closer to once again be knocked out. And I mean, that strategy vaguely works, so we're just gonna go with that. before going through here and then just trying to find somewhere nice to start doing the mission, which, since the tech is over there, would vaguely start with just going in here and working with this over here, which... Well, that's rude. Right then. Look, I'm just here to interrupt your business by getting a keycard, so we're gonna work with that and it's gonna go just fine. And actually, we'll see where the tech goes over there, which, depending on if you go into that corridor, would be quite nice. That's not really the corridor, is it? So, we're gonna get this open, we're gonna grab the keycard, and we're just gonna pretend that nothing's ever happened, which seems like a viable strategy. Provided that the guards, well, that's convenient. Thank you. And now we've got a bit of time in this relatively empty space to figure out what we're doing, which, frankly, the answer is we've got no idea, so we're just gonna leave it at that. We're gonna see if anyone's going inside over there, which so far is not happening, but we could always get this open over here. And provided we know where vaguely the guards are, we could hopefully not have the agents walk inside whilst we're hacking, which would be quite bad, so hopefully no one walks inside whilst we're hacking. Even though that's basically limited to the agents from moving over there to over here, which is not really a very comfortable feeling, but so far we know that the agents are vaguely somewhere not over there, so as long as they don't walk somewhere really inconvenient right around now, things are gonna go just fine. So we could always take this time to run through literally everything, try and avoid getting detected as we just step aside over there, let the door close over there, and then just go through here, find the computer, let everyone pass by. Hi there. This works, even though it's a really silly idea, especially considering that, but you know what? It's going just fine. We've got that taken care of, so we're just gonna find a different spot and just hack it over there instead, which works out just fine by me. So we're gonna go through here, and then we're gonna go through here, and then hopefully not fall off the building, even though that's... Well, that's great. So we're gonna take a detour just to go find Nightshade and then get the, hopefully, USB. Because, well, right now is the perfect time for the agents to move somewhere, you know, much more convenient for me to take them out, but you know what, it's alright, we could just run through here, ignore the guards over here, hopefully not make them more attentive before going in through here, all the way through here. Look, there's nothing special going on over here, I just won a USB. And we've got a gun, we've got a keycard, but unfortunately, not a USB. Don't tell me that's Hemlock. Well, I suppose we can make something work. You know, the plan was not to have you just completely miss the knockout, but we're not really short on radios anyway, so it works out just fine. We can grab a USB, and there aren't gonna be any problems. And since both agents are down, I could very happily just dump everything inside here, since there really won't be anyone going through here for really any matter whatsoever. And now that that's sorted, there unfortunately still is going to be a tech over here at some point in the future, but it's not really going to be a huge problem. So we're just going to go through the outside, since hopefully most of these guards don't really know me yet, and won't be extremely paranoid that I'm running around whilst trying to do something that they're not really sure of. So we're going to get this open, we're going to go in here, we're going to start searching this computer, and then we're going to go back outside to, you know, a location that's more close by, whilst once again trying to hopefully not get caught, which this isn't really a great strategy for, but it's vaguely working out, so we're not going to question it too much. Before going over here, and then afterwards getting this door open. Those spots are genuinely very useful, so we're going to wait a bit more. It's going to presumably finish up relatively soon, which it will be quite nice if there are cameras inside these rooms, which would make clearing the security room necessary, but you know, it would be nice with extra cameras. But regardless, we're gonna search this computer. We've got a bit of a wait to do before placing in the USB that we have now. And then afterwards, we're sprinting out of here. It feels like a relatively good strategy, so once we're done with this, we're gonna place it inside, we're gonna run through here. No one's gonna care at all, and we're just gonna go through here. You're not gonna care. Since the weapon scanners are down, we can go through here, and we can just run out of here, which Works out just fine, so that's exactly what we're gonna do, and that's, well, the daily challenge done in just under 9 minutes and 40 seconds. Was that gunshot necessary? But regardless, cheers everyone, have a great time!